EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Shoves him aside. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he spins through. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They go play action with Wilson. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They go back to Pollard on second down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. We're scoreless after 1. Fourth down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
A second down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DJ Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Down at the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Prescott on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase, and if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really, the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First down, and it's Pollard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown. NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. To the air right away is Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Brady. Finding Otton once more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here, brought down there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll run left with Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. The give is to Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Brady. This one taken in by Otten. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Up the gun, Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll need a big play here with that to the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, it's caught by Mike Evans.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete to Jones.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive is in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Brady now on 1st down.
Complete right side to Otten.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Brady will look to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So after the INT, it's Brady. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fournette running out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Succop's kick is good, and the lead doubles. It's 14-8. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because I look at the smiles on that side of the field. It's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Prescott. Dancing to Benny. Can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll need a big play here in the back of the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One last shot now for Prescott. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield. But one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 45 at the 34. A pickup of 17 and a play that originated at the 17. So full Cowboy territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back?
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on a touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Pollard again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson now off the bootleg.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Go. Hey, middle. Nice shot.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and not.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And he's done this a lot. Justin Houston in there to record the sack.
I know we don't have a special score to be shown for the offense. They've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, and somewhat predictably it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Dobbins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. James Prochet from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 78 yards, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand of that defense right now.
16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Down inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 33 yards.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And some room to run now. And he makes it all the way down to the 19.
82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet. Let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now Prescott on 4th down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
This is caught, and in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing, Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. Coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Prescott, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They go play action now. Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead,
and this is going to be intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
13. Hey.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 33 yards. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Picks up his second sack in the afternoon. They'll need a big play here on the back of the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line able to keep leverage, able to keep people away. Facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency. And I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.